Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Moment with the Real Estate Guy. That's me, Chris Dunham, the Real Estate Guy. I've been selling homes in the Valley of the Sun for over 25 years. If you don't know what the Valley of the Sun is, it's sunshiny Arizona. We have two large counties here, Maricopa and Pinal County, which are basically the bulk of where I do all my business. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about earnest money. What is that, and why is it so important? So when you have a home buyer that has recently got under contract, meaning all the terms and conditions have been satisfied by both buyer and seller and both agents involved. Everybody's signed and crossed the T's and dotted all those I's, and we're ready to go. The buyer has an accepted contract. It's party time. The very first step, earnest money. Now, what is earnest money? Well, to put it in layman's terms, it's kind of that good faith money going forward. It's like when you buy a car, you got to give them a little bit of money, right? You got to give them something down to get started with. That's what earnest money is. Typically, in my career, it's always been anywhere between $500 and $5,000 based on the purchase price of the home. My rule of thumb is if it's less than $400,000, I'm only going to ask for $1,000 earnest money from my buyer when I make the contract offer. Now, if that's accepted, we're good to go, and that $1,000 gets deposited to the title company / escrow company, which in Arizona, there's no attorneys involved. So this is the third party that's over there behind the window. They follow the instructions of the realtors and the lenders to make sure everything's all dialed in and proper, making sure that the title is free and clear of any liens and encumbrances. We'll talk about that some other time. But earnest money, basically, you're going to get an email from the title company, the buyer is, and they're going to verify that email is accurate and correct because they're going to wire their funds over to the title company. Voice verification is very important because wire fraud is real and it is scary. So once that $1,000 is wired to the title company, they're going to turn around and email myself as well as the other realtor copy of the earnest money receipt. The buyer gets a copy of that as well, and so do all our assistants, etc., and the lender, because they have to make sure the money has been transferred from the buyer's account legally and properly. Once that's done, that $1,000 comes back to you at close of escrow as a credit towards your down payment. So if you're putting 5% down on a $500,000 home, that $1,000 comes back as that credit at closing and is applied towards your final down payment. Any more questions about earnest money and the importance of it? Reach out, 602-321-6188. Until next time, see ya.